Night on the South today. Old friends and fresh faces come together as the Dunedin City Council meets for the first time with its new mayor. New Zealand's chocolate awards are dished out and one Dunedin bar is bringing home the top Golden Award. And frustrated community gardeners in Invercargill have a plea for a tree thief causing issues at a shared orchard. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. Dunedin's new mayor and councillors have officially been welcomed in at the first City Council meeting of the new term. A crowd of family and supporters gathered in Dunedin Centre's Fullwood Room for an occasion marked with laughter, remembrance and ideas for the future.
A handshake and applause as Dunedin's new mayor Jules Radic was formally welcomed into the role by City Council CEO. Radic earlier received the mayoral gown and chain in the Dunedin Centre Fullwood Room packed full of people, taking over the reins from former Mayor Aaron Hawkins. He wasn't at the inaugural meeting to make a farewell speech, but councillors were ready to pay their respects.
I am proud to have been your deputy, your colleague, to have served with you in the extraordinary times we did, and to have achieved what we did for our wonderful city under your leadership.
Councillor Marie Lafiso choosing to acknowledge her Green Party colleague Hawkins with a song. While Councillor Steve Walker reflected on the abuse the previous mayor had received during their campaign.
And you might not agree with that politics, but I don't think we need to be abused. So, Jules, my hope is that you are not a recipient of some of the things the previous mayor had to go through. Thank you.
Alongside the new mayor, 5 new councillors were sworn in for the coming term. Cherry Lucas, Kevin Gilbert, Brent Wetherill, Mandy Mayhem Bullock and the returning Bill Acklin. And for previous councillor Sophie Barker, it was her turn to formally accept the role of deputy mayor. Mayor Radic gave outgoing unsuccessful councillor Rachel Elder a send-off for her efforts in serving the city.
So thank you, Rachel, for all you have done, and to repeat, we will miss you.
The new members united as one council today and now ready to debate the issues when they come together at their first official meeting next week. In Dunedin, the South today.
Meanwhile, Christchurch also has a new mayor, along with 6 new councillors and a new attitude. Listening to the city's residents is high on this council's agenda and will be a focus for those new in the job.
A new era for Christchurch City Council.
I, Philip Simon Major, declare that I will faithfully and...
The city's newly elected mayor, Phil Major, the first to be sworn in at a meeting this week, alongside Christchurch City councillors. He replaces Leanne Dizelle, who retired after 3 terms. Council Chief Executive Dawn Baxendale decked out the new mayor, setting him up for the tasks ahead.
The government have come along and, I feel, dropped an Auckland and a Wellington problem on us with 3 stories high, 3 buildings on 3 stories high on one section, which we all listened to 17 residents groups, and they were totally against it, and so we said we're not going to put it out.
The need for council to listen to community voices was echoed by the 6 new councillors, who see it as a major priority for the incoming council.
There are a lot of disenfranchised and disengaged residents in the city, which all need to be heard, and the issue is actually about how we do it.
I understand that we've got some very complex issues ahead of us, we've got some really big challenges, and we've got some difficult conversations together, but I am hopeful that we will find a way to work together, and I have trust and confidence in my fellow councillors.
As the ladies here at Council have quite rightly said, we haven't had a mayoress for 9 years, so they're looking forward to having
Mayor Major is prepared for a steep learning curve in the new job, but is pleased he has at least one more personal assistant. One of the mayor's ongoing tasks, in his own words, is to keep these guys all pulling the rope in the same direction, something he admits won't be easy but is attainable. In Christchurch, the South today.
The country's cruise ship season has returned after a 2.5-year absence. The Celebrity Eclipse sailed into Port Chalmers this morning in calm waters, marking the end of the cruise ship drought. It's the first time Dunedin has welcomed in the vessels since the 2019 pandemic shut down the industry worldwide in 2020. The Celebrity Eclipse made its first New Zealand stop off yesterday in Milford Sound, with passengers firmly encouraged by the captain to get out and see the sights.
You have to see it firsthand. You can't just be looking out through a window. So get out there now. Don't make me come in after you.
The Celebrity Eclipse is the first of 111 cruise ships scheduled to visit Otago shores this coming season. Dunedin-based chocolate company Ocho has won a gold medal for one of its blocks at the New Zealand Chocolate Awards. The win for the milk chocolate variety comes at a great time for the company, and they're not shy about revealing their secret recipe.
Savouring the sweet taste of success, crowd-funded chocolate company Ocho has been steadily building its brand and products since Cadbury closed its Dunedin factory. Now the small company has won 2 medals at the New Zealand Chocolate Awards.
We've just been awarded gold medal for our milk chocolate, our 3-ingredient milk chocolate, and we've also been awarded a bronze medal for our short black.
The gold medal winning chocolate recipe only has 3 ingredients: cacao, sugar and milk powder. But the company's manager says a lot of hard work also goes into sourcing sustainable cacao beans from Papua New Guinea.
It's vindication that ethical, sustainable practices can also create delicious award-winning chocolate.
She says the award-winning milk chocolate recipe is also used in Ocho's chocolate hearts, bunnies and gift packs. But for the upcoming Christmas season, the craft chocolate company has something special planned.
The taste of Christmas is a blend of Christmas spices, and I challenge everyone to buy it and see if they agree that it tastes like Christmas.
They're now ramping up production in preparation for Christmas, with Dunedin's summer tourist season also expected to provide a boost and keep the small factory busy. In Dunedin, the South Today.
An incident in the Dunedin suburb of Mornington saw armed police officers called out this morning. A squad of armed officers was seen on Mitchell Avenue mid-morning, responding to a call-out believed to be at a boarding house. A witness heard screaming, running and bashing before officers arrived. Police confirmed they had taken one person into custody and say inquiries are continuing. A new community orchard in Invercargill was vandalised over the long weekend, just 1 month after the trees were originally planted. Members of the South Alive's Fruit and Nut group went to check on their trees at Macquarie Park and discovered 6 of their 9 newly planted trees had been stolen. Around 20 local volunteers got the orchard started just last month by helping plant the trees. Rochelle Francis says it's a frustrating situation, with the ultimate goal to have the orchard spread across the whole park, helping feed the community.
We think whoever's taken these trees probably doesn't realise that they are stealing from themselves, because these trees are here for the community.
She's hoping the thieves will find their conscience and return the trees back before the weekend, with another planting working bee scheduled for Saturday. Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. A much-loved Kiwi celebrity cook shares her Christmas tips and tricks with Gore locals, and the Highlanders announce their new squad and change of captain.
Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm the Dines Group CEO. Dines is a company that's focused on selling logistics solutions to its customers. We're passionate about selling efficiency and we've been selling efficiency for over 50 years now.
It's my mate John's Halloween sale. He's slashed a whopping 25 to 75% off everything. There's over 5,000 items at half price. Halloween sale.
And my mate John.
Hi, we're Age Concern Otago.
Age Concern Otago hosts a multitude of social activities, including little walks.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. The Christmas dinner plans for the family of TV cook Jo Seeger were a hot topic of conversation in Gore recently. She's an ambassador for Hospice New Zealand and shared her Christmas Day menu with a few hundred guests at a fundraiser not long ago.
From lovable TV chef to Hospice NZ ambassador, former nurse Jo Seeger has come full circle. She returned to Gore recently to share her cooking knowledge with about 280 guests at a Hospice Southland fundraiser. The celebrity cook and writer says Hospice is an organisation close to her heart.
And for me, it was with my father in the last little part of his life. He died at home, a patient at home, which is about 90% of Hospice's patients.
Surrounded by many dishes which she'd prepared earlier, Seeger says, like many people, she's financially feeling the pinch as Christmas approaches. Guests got a taste of what she's planning to cook up for her family's Christmas table, while also showcasing some dishes which she believes can be useful for people on a budget.
We're going to have those as a little nibble, and I've made a very nice little Brazilian cheese bite as well. So we've got a couple of things to have with drinks before Christmas dinner.
The three-course menu for guest diners featured a prawn salad and slow-cooked lamb shoulder served with flatbreads. Organisers, the Gore Valley Lions Club, say about $18,000 was raised on the night for the town's hospice, which they describe as an amazing result. In Gore, the South Today.
The Highlanders have announced their squad for the 2023 season, with some fresh faces and a new captain being revealed.
The rugby franchise had a rough season last year, but head coach Clark Dermody believes he has the right blend of youth and experience in his squad since making some new signings. Joining the squad are former Chiefs winger Jonah Lowe, Bay of Plenty loose forward Nikora Broughton, along with Otago lock Will Tucker and first five Cameron Miller. Loose forward Billy Harmon will take over the captaincy for the coming season after a strong season captaining Canterbury's NPC side.
Amazing thing to be asked upon, and I was pretty lucky with Canterbury to actually sort of get a chance to experience that captaincy for a whole season. So, you know, I've learned a lot over that season, and I think it's really set me up.
Meanwhile, wing Chona Nariki will make his return to the Highlanders after a season-ending knee injury last year.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. The Dunedin City Council met for the first time today, pledging to keep things civil for the future. Dunedin's Ocho craft chocolate company has tasted sweet success with 2 medals at the New Zealand Chocolate Awards. And Invercargill community gardeners are urging thieves to return 6 stolen fruit trees planted just recently. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Hannah.
What can we expect in your paper
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Some bad news initially.
Oh, okay.
If you're an electricity consumer, of which most of us are.
Most of us, yes.
And if you use most of your electricity in off-peak times, then... if you use most of your electricity in peak times, then you will face some increases next year.
Great.
So the message there is use your electricity in off-peak times. So that's the story there. And also we had a look at the first cruise ship of the season, and for some time it was in Dunedin today, and retailers were excited, and there was lots of people in floral shirts and Hawaiian shirts wandering around, and some were looking for the best fish menu in town, so they headed to somewhere really close to us and had their delights there. So
stunning, yes.
Lots of interesting things happening around town, so that was good, the vibrancy of it.
That's what we need
around
about
the city,
now.
so that was good. ORC have named a new chair, which you'll find out more of when you read the paper tomorrow.
Brilliant. Well, we'll all be there.
And some interesting business stories about sports sponsorship and the connection between sponsorship and sport and those issues following on from what's happened in Australia.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, Barry.
Thank you.
And time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, cold at first tomorrow, northerlies during the day, and unfortunately some rain at times too. Heading to the top of the South Island, cloudy with northerlies up top and to the west, Nelson getting 20 as the high, 19 in Greymouth, and showers down in Christchurch with easterly winds and up to 13 as the high. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago now, while more easterlies and showers as we head down the east coast. 13 for Ashburton, Timaru 12 and a high of 11 in Uamuru. Westwards now to the Central Lakes. Northerlies and the chance of late showers through here. A 17-degree day in both Wanaka and Queenstown with 15 down in Alex. Heading further south, 16 degrees with northerly winds and late rain in both Balclutha and Gore tomorrow, while the Catlins can expect easterlies and a top temperature of 11 degrees. Down to the deep south, well, showers tonight in Invercargill down to 8 overnight. Overcast and cold tomorrow with light rain and a northeasterly, up to 15 as the high. And Friday's looking much the same really, but the rain will be heavier and the winds will pick up to be quite a strong northerly, the high 16 degrees. And lastly, heading to Dunedin, showers and light winds tonight down to 8. Overcast and cold tomorrow with some rain and changing winds, up to 11 as the high. And Friday brings more rain and breezy northeasterlies, that high very close to the low, sitting at 16 degrees. And that's the news this Wednesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you tomorrow. Ka kite a pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.